What's up, everybody? It's Clutching Nostalgia. This week's episode was a pleasant surprise. I was really looking forward to seeing what they were going to do after this mini arc they had with the class rep and the Gozu Tene. And I feel like they did a pretty good job of wrapping it up. I know from my last video you probably picked up I was a little disappointed with the episode, but this episode did a good job of explaining things and moving the plot forward. We got to see what happened to the class rep, and though I don't agree that they just let her off scot-free, like no consequences whatsoever, just completely almost blew up the entire village, but she's able to go back to school. During the episode, they were talking about she might transfer to another school. When they said that, I honestly thought that that's what they were going to do with her, and maybe use her later in the story as like a side character, or like somebody to like join the team from like somewhere we already know. I was really thinking they were going to use her in another way. I didn't expect her to come back to the class at the end of the episode, but they did. She did. I'm not completely opposed to the idea. I just want to see if they use her as an important character, or if like that was it, that she was just like that arc and then her character's pretty much done. I kind of look for her to join a team with Denki and Awabe. I know this episode, during the little trial or test they had in this episode, teams started to form up, and it seemed like they were starting to foreshadow the teams to look forward to in the beginning. Ino Shikacho finally teamed up for the first time, and from the Boruto Naruto the movie content, we know that that's actually their team after the academy. And then Mitsuki was talking to Boruto about joining him on the team, and he said, "I'm just going to follow you wherever you go." And Boruto said, "How did I know that you were going to say that?" So pretty much Mitsuki is going to be with Boruto from here on out. Like we know from the movie content that team ends up being Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki. On a quick side note, it showed one of the side characters really for the first time. It's the girl that we see in the back where her like bangs are like covering her eyes, and she's kind of got like a goth look going on. It showed her displaying her powers for the first time. We saw like a pink bunny. It appears she used the bunny to knock Denki off of the structure that they were all on. I really want to see how she's controlling it, because I didn't see any chakra strings attached, so I don't know if it's a puppet or if it's something completely different. I don't think it's an eye power, but her eyes did look really cool. I really can't wait to see more of her. I want to see them do something more with her. Her design's cool. Her power is interesting. I'd really like to see them introduce her within these next couple episodes. Apart from all the schoolyard stuff, we got a good look at Naruto at home. It finally showed him kind of just having a relaxing, like, slice of life kind of day with the family. And then Boruto has to come in and, of course, ruin it with a talk, which quickly dampened the mood. I know I've said it before that we're not going to see any development, or not much development, between those two until after Boruto, the movie content. But it's really killing me. Every time I see those two talk, it hurts. Like, I feel like there's stuff that's not being said that could be said, and I just kind of want to chalk it up to writing, but at the same time, like, I understand they can't have them bond until the movie content. It just bothers me. Like, I feel like every time they talk, it just seems like it's just not natural. I don't like the feeling when those two communicate or interact so far in the series. The second half of this episode is really what did it for me. There was so much content and information that we got in the second half of this. It really appears like they're definitely moving the story forward now. I don't know if they completely are going to completely get over this whole little arc that we just got through, or if they're going to use it more. It seems like they're going to kind of use it to like tie in to the rest of the story, but it definitely appears that we're going into the Naruto Gaiden stuff after this. Just from, we've got our first look at Sasuke. Sarada got a little bit of screen time in this. And then in the end credits, we actually got a new end or outro, and it's of the Gaiden content. Sarada really questioning if Sakura is really her mother, and her lonely, like, she still hasn't met her dad, as far as I know. So Sasuke not being there is obviously making an impact on her. So we'll see that development and her frustrations with her lack of parenting in this next little arc, I suppose. I feel like there's going to be a couple filler episodes in between. I know I've read a couple of the episode synopsises up until this point. So I feel like a couple episodes are going to be filler, but then it's going to get into the Gaiden stuff. And then after that, they're going to go into Boruto the movie content. And the reason I say that is because at the end of the episode, we see Tsuneri standing on the moon, and he's talking to himself, and he says something along the lines of the gate the Nue came through has been sealed, and that the time Earth, I guess, is supposed to be harvest has been pushed back, so it's bought them a little time. It appears the Nue is from the universe or the dimension that Kagura Sasuke's from, and I really cannot wait to see it. It seems like Naruto, I mean, after the Great Ninja War, I was kind of thinking, how could they go up from that? I mean, like, how could you go up from Madara, like Six Paths Madara? How could you get stronger than Kagura? And it seems like they're kind of expanding the universe. Like, there's different dimensions now, and like we're finding out about more and more Atsutskis, and it seems like they're just adding, like, there's so much more going on that we as the fans had no idea. When we first see Sasuke, Naruto brings him a scroll of the report from like the Nue incident and everything that's happened there. When Sasuke reads the scroll, he says something along the lines of, "I can't believe Danzo got so close to Kagura's hidden jutsu." So it shows that the Nue is actually from her dimension, and it kind of used her like absorbing chakra powers. I really like how they connected that to Kagura and what's going to happen next. So this mini arc wasn't just something thrown in there. It's actually tied in to the bigger picture, if you will. As far as these next couple episodes, I really look for them to be kind of like slice of life fillery, kind of just like slowly, gradually getting into the Gaiden content. But this episode was a pleasant surprise, so hopefully we get some more nice content and really exciting stuff in these next episodes. If you like what I had to say or like the video, go ahead and like it up. If you want to discuss the episode or your thoughts and theories on what's next to come in the series, go ahead and comment. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and content from me. Until next time, clutching nostalgia.